All right, let's talk about the 2025 Rich List. Now, we're not just going to rattle off a bunch of names and numbers. No, this is a story. It's a story about our world, about where the money is, and honestly, about where we're all heading.
So let's start with a number. $2.4 trillion. It's almost impossible to wrap your head around a number that big. I mean, think about it. If you spent $1 million every single day, it would take you more than 6,500 years to burn through it. And this absolutely massive pile of cash represents,
well, it's the combined net worth of just 10 people. That's it. The wealth of an entire country, like Italy or Canada, in the hands of a group that could fit around a dinner table. So, in this explainer, we're going to dig in. Who are they? How in the world did they build these fortunes? And what does it all tell us about where the real power is today? Okay, to really get this list, you have to start at the foundation. This first group, you can think of them as the architects. These are the people who literally built the digital world that we all live, work, and play in every single day.
So here they are, what you might call the tech establishment. You've got Michael Dell, the guy who put a PC in basically every home. Then there's Steve Ballmer, who drove Microsoft's absolute dominance, making sure its software was on every desk in every office. Of course, you have the Google guys, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, who took on the crazy idea of organizing all of the world's information. And rounding it out, Mark Zuckerberg, who completely rewired how we all connect with each other. Each one of them built an empire by dominating a fundamental piece of our modern lives.
And when you step back and look at the big picture, well, it's not even a competition. Just look at this breakdown. Out of the 10 wealthiest people on the planet, 9 made their fortunes in tech. It's not a trend anymore. It's a total takeover. At this level, the digital economy is the economy.
But while that tech dominance is the main event, it's not the whole story. Because inside this list, there are two really fascinating people who stand out. One represents a totally different world, and the other, well, he's a sign of what's coming next.
First, let's talk about the great outlier, Bernard Arnault. He's the only person in the top 10 who didn't build his fortune on code or clicks. His empire, LVMH, is all about tangible, physical luxury. We're talking Louis Vuitton bags, Dior dresses, Tiffany diamonds, stuff you can actually touch. It's a pretty powerful reminder that in our digital-obsessed world, there's still immense value in old-school craftsmanship and iconic brands.
And then you have the newcomer, Jensen Huang. Now his company, Nvidia, isn't new, but his explosion into the top 10 signals the most powerful force in wealth creation right now, the AI revolution. He's not just another tech billionaire, he's literally building the tools for tech's entire next chapter.
So here's the thing to understand about AI. It's not just some magical cloud software. It needs hardware, very specific, very powerful hardware. To learn, AI models have to process insane amounts of data all at once. And for that, you need special chips called semiconductors. Nvidia was the company that pioneered the exact type of chips that are perfect for this job. So, in the middle of this massive AI gold rush, they're the ones selling all the picks and shovels.
Okay, now let's climb to the very, very top of the list. We're talking about the summit, where names like Bezos, Ellison, and Musk live. Up here, the scale of wealth is it's in a different universe. This isn't about being a billionaire anymore. This is a race to a level of fortune that was basically science fiction until now.
Right below the top spot, you've got two more absolute giants. First, Jeff Bezos. He took the internet and turned it into the world's biggest shopping mall with Amazon. Then there's Larry Ellison, who built Oracle, which became the invisible backbone for how pretty much every major corporation on Earth manages its data. One conquered how we shop, the other conquered how businesses run. Both of them got there by seeing a fundamental need and just scaling it to an unimaginable degree.
But even those colossal fortunes have been eclipsed. At the number one spot, one person hasn't just taken the lead. He's shattered a barrier that, honestly, nobody was sure was even possible to reach.
$500 billion. That's the mind-bending net worth of the number one person on this list, Elon Musk. This isn't just another step up, it's a massive leap that puts him in a category all by himself.
And here's what makes his fortune so different. It's not tied to one app or one website. It's a diversified empire built on disrupting huge physical industries, cars, energy, rockets, and rebuilding them with technology and an eye towards the future.
So after all that, what's the big takeaway? This list isn't just a scoreboard of rich people. It's a map. It shows us exactly where we are right now, and it gives us a pretty good forecast of where we're going.
Look, the story is crystal clear. Tech isn't just a sector anymore. It's the whole game. The original foundations, software, the internet, are still creating huge fortunes. But the next explosion of wealth, it's all about AI. And maybe the most important point is that the money at the very, very top is concentrating and growing faster than ever. When one person can cross the $500 billion mark, it just changes our whole understanding of what economic power even means.
Which really leaves us with one big question. The fortunes of the last few decades were built on the internet revolution. But looking at this list, especially with the rise of someone like Jensen Huang, you have to wonder, are we standing at the dawn of a new era? Is the next generation of